I'll be honest, I'm not all that emotional about that last attempt. I'm very disappointed. Like, I don't know how we didn't even get past. We came into that level with like 6 or 7 lives and squatted them all. And that most of them is just like stray hammers and stuff. That feels bad. Alright, could someone in chat please tell me more about the Discord viewbot though? Because apparently there's a Discord viewbot thing. And now that I've been informed of it, I want to be like further informed. And you can't just ask about that and be like, have you heard of this? And I'm like, no. And then just leave it there. Discord made a YouTube video that played in the background on loop if you had Discord open, and it's got like 1.5 billion views in 24 hours. Ah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm not really sure what to say about that, like, it's kind of a funny thing, for sure. Like, was that the goal of Discord? To get, like, a whole bunch of views? But, I mean, yeah, I guess if you have a very popular application, that's always something you can do. You can autoplay an embedded video and just manufacture a bunch of views. It would be an interesting sort of advertising scheme, I guess. I would be curious to see what the analytics would have thought of the quality of those views, right? Like, because I don't know the specifics here. Like, if it was a video that was actually just looping constantly and consistently on Discord's, like, homepage or something, and, like, people would be, like, watching the whole way through, like, several times, then that would actually be kind of concerning, because then it would mean, like, if that was happening, it would mean it would probably be pretty easy to trick the algorithm into, like, thinking the video is way more wide-reaching and liked than it actually is. Now, granted, YouTube might already have a system in place where it doesn't factor in, like, embed watch time or something when it's calculating, like, whether or not to recommend a video, on the idea that embedded watch time is like coming from a different audience and therefore is, you know, functionally different from what might be happening in YouTube's recommendation systems. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if YouTube had something like that in place, but if not, that could actually be a pretty concerning way to break the algorithm. Because basically could, in theory, make YouTube think your video was getting way more engagement than it actually was. It was even funny because it was an April Fool's video. Okay, and apparently it was an accident. Or so they say. But if the algorithm, though, doesn't, like, make a differentiation, that would be an interesting sort of marketing campaign. Like, I certainly don't begrudge a company for trying out some creative marketing ideas. Especially given that the internet is kind of the Wild West of that sort of thing. Okay, so it did break the algorithm. See, that's actually a bit concerning. Because what that means to me is if a more nefarious actor wanted to, and had the if someone already had a large audience, like going to a different site or something, but then embedded auto-playing, auto-looping YouTube videos, that could actually be a really effective way to, like, push a video that would otherwise be sort of undeserving. And the trick here, though, is that would even be probably better than, like, a typical, like, view farm or something. Because as far as I'm aware, I think a lot of view farms, you're paying basically... Not that I've looked into view farms, because they're really bad, actually, for the long-term health of your channel. Because they aren't real viewers. So what'll end up happening is YouTube recommends a video to... or you get all these, like, view farm clicks or whatever. Then none of them are actually real viewers, so then if YouTube, like, recommends your stuff to them again, they say, oh, almost no one is clicking on your other stuff that you've released post-view farm, and then you would get deranked in the algorithm, almost certainly. And I imagine long-term, if you were, like, trying this as a strategy, you'd probably see the same sort of results. But if you were really just trying to get, like, one video to go, like, viral, it probably would be a decent way, because you're probably getting... Because you'd be getting the watch time instead of just, like, clicks, in theory. And especially if it's looping, like, you'd be getting over 100% watch time, in theory. Which I think... I'm not sure if YouTube... Well, no, they do... You can, in, like, your watch time report, get over 100%. So, I think they do count replays as, like, further percentages on the watch time. So, yeah. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna focus for a moment so I can actually beat this game. Okay, apparently that one turtle is, like, invincible. Good to know, I suppose. Oh, no! Oh. Alright, looks like we got a new follow. Koopa the Koopa? Well, welcome to the followers of the channel. Hope you're enjoying yourself today as we play. Is this my first playthrough? Yes. I did play last stream, but we didn't finish the game, so I've not yet beaten the game. Which is what we're trying to do this stream. Though I suppose my skill level is probably giving that fact away. And you know it's gonna be rough going back to like a normal Mario game for like a— No! I thought, go right, go left. And then I went in the middle, which is not where you want to be here. Is that guy the invincible Koopa you're talking about? I don't quite know who you're referring to. What I was referring to at the time is I kicked a Koopa shell, and then it went through a Koopa, and the Koopa didn't die. The Koopa didn't die. But I know that the reason for that is because the Koopa wasn't, like, loaded in when the shell passed through where it was. Dang it. I know I was down to 1 life anyway. It was unlikely I was getting through the rest of World 8. I really want to beat the game this stream. I do not want this to drag on to a 3rd stream event. My dignity and respect as a gamer is hinging on this. I just realized I didn't even pay out the channel points bet. Whoops. I did not make it to the end of the game, unfortunately. Alright, I guess we'll run it back again. Start prediction. Will I beat the game on this attempt? Yes or no? 1 minute. And historically the answer's been no. But can you imagine if you are the one who gets it right? Finally. With a nice yes. Imagine the potential payouts if everyone else thinks it's a no, which there's a lot of data to support that theory, but I've got a good feeling about this one. I'm like the opposite of a Star Wars character. I'm not using continue code. How far have I made it so far? I've gotten to the World 8 castle. And then I died in the water portion. Which I'm hoping is pretty far into the castle. But I do not know how far into the castle that is. I've been allowing myself to use warp zones, but my rule I've had is I need to actually play through the world. Or I need to get through to the world, like normally, before I'm allowed to basically, I'm not allowed to skip any worlds that I haven't, in my playthrough, beaten myself. It's like I didn't allow myself to use, like, the World 4 Warp Zone until I had beaten World 3. And gotten to World 4 on at least one occasion. But at this point, I have gotten all the way to World 8, so Warp Zones are completely free to use. When I was initially drawing up the idea for streaming this, I was considering allowing for save states, since this is the Switch version of the game, and those are pretty easy to do, but decided against it. I figured if I'm going to say I beat Super Mario Brothers, I'm gonna beat it properly, you know? Alright, apparently someone's saying the water level leads directly to the final boss room. And I was so close, and didn't even know. Okay. Okay. There we go. Safety. Huzzah. Yeah, Nintendo games used to be pretty difficult. Relatively far, the hardest part of the final stage, arguably. Okay. I get how that rule works. Normally I wouldn't use a continue code for a game like this, but they probably wanted you to use it since it was printed in the original instruction manual. I see. Is continue code distinct from the warp zones? Is it, or is that the same thing? Are we talking like something like you know, like a Konami code type thing of like, you know. I'm assuming you're talking about something else than the warp zones. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess one thing to note about a lot of, like, NES games is... a lot of NES games you can't save in, but arguably for most of them, that wasn't really a deliberate design decision. It was just kind of a limitation of the hardware at the time, right? Like, I believe games that had an actual, like, save functionality in them needed, like, specific, like, batteries or something in their cartridge for that to actually work. And that's why you ended up a lot of games where the idea of it being you not being able to save was more of a hardware limitation than an actual design element. You see things like cheat codes or the warp zones in Mario, that sort of thing. It's the thing, I think it's holding A before press start to begin from the world you died on. Oh, really? Huh. I had no idea that was a thing. Good to know. I do not think I will use that, because we've been playing like normally, and if I were to revert to that now, it would be seen as weakness. And my Twitch audience would laugh me out of town. Probably, I don't know. Actually, my Twitch audience seems pretty nice, so they would probably be nice about it, but I would not be nice about it to myself, and that's what really matters. Right? They say, oh, don't worry what other people think. Worry about, like, what's good for you. And then I turn and think, but man, I'm the most judgmental person on myself I know. I'm taking you with me. Whoop. Okay. I mean, that makes that easier. Onwards we go. Whoa, okay. Honestly, I took that too aggressively. But it is fine, I remain unpunished. Okay. No problem, I am on track to finish in time. There you go. Yeah, battery backs. Got the viewer going to bed. Well, I hope you have a nice sleep, I guess. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it certainly can be easy to judge yourself harshly. Although I'd argue probably it's more so not be... Or maybe I'm just talking about myself, but... Well, actually, to come to think of it, yeah, I think what you're saying does play a role, where it can be a case of, like, I can't give you... An inability to give yourself the benefit of the doubt because you know all of the extenuating circumstances and know, like, come on. You didn't have anything important going on to be late on that. You just didn't do the assignment or whatever. Or you could have done better on that test if you didn't stay up all night playing Super Mario Brothers or something. I think it can also go the other way, right? It all depends on, like, your personal psychology. Right? Some people, since they know all of their extenuating factors, can instead use that to create just like a mountain of excuses, in theory. But I think for me, the tough thing is, why one would be judgmental on themselves is just because my actions have, obviously a very great impact on my life, so I want to judge them harshly to get the best outcome, but, sometimes that can be counterproductive if it goes too far. wonder though, so the NES games that have like a battery-based save system, like I assume eventually the battery is gonna like die, right? And at that point, is the game like unplayable, or are you unable to save at that point? Oh, okay, that's not quite the circumstance I was waiting for. That's the circumstance I was waiting for. Okay. We've got a proven methodology to get through this level, so I'm not too concerned. I think we'll have a lot of lives for the castle. Okay, wait for the opportune moments. Okay, that could work. I'd rather you both be down. Oh, you both are going down after this, that's for certain. Okay. Caution! No! I was waiting for the stray hammer, and then he got me. Okay. That'd be a fun, like, mini challenge thing. Race a bolt to the end of the level. I think there's something to that. Maybe I could do, like, a short or something based on that. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Okay, so we're gonna have to go underneath now. That much is certain. Okay, okay. There we go. See, my usual strategy is kind of run for it, but I do have the skills to kind of preserve things when it's doesn't quite work out that way. Whoop. Okay. Why are you guys so jumpy? Okay, okay, there we go. This is the most lives I will have gotten to the castle with. Now that's a funny insult. Bad animation dub. Have you considered getting into English voice acting for anime? Though, in all seriousness, when I read that, the first thing my mind went to was like, have you mastered some form of, what's it called? The thing where you can have puppets that you, ventriloquism. Have you mastered some form of, have I gone too far? No, I have not. Have you mastered some form of ventriloquism where your lip movements don't match your speech? Because that would actually be pretty cool. Okay, we have fish. Great. Oh, that's foreshadowing for the next part, which I think was on through this pipe. Okay, we're in the water. It's been a while since we've last been here, but we have plenty of time. We got loads of time, so don't even worry about it. I bet I could stand, on the bricks here and be fine. Alright, the blooper's gonna make that hard, that's for sure. Okay. Do I have any weird comments that I still remember to this day? Now, I'm gonna assume you're talking along the same lines of weird insults or something. I don't know, not really. The only thing that really comes to mind is sometimes my younger sister and I would get mistaken for twins, which was annoying. Although at one point when I was I would have been probably 16 at the time roughly. My sister younger than me, obviously. Younger sister, that's how that works. Okay, actually, I'm gonna be quiet because I haven't never been here before. I would like to make... Oh, these bloopers are so annoying. Anyways. My mother had gone to votes. And for some reason brought me and my sister along. And the poll worker, on the assumption that my sister, who again, I was like 16 at the time, my sister was younger than me, thought my sister was actually eligible to vote and offered her a ballot. Didn't offer me a ballot, mind you, just my sister. So that was kind of insulting at the time. But no, I didn't really have any like persistent like nicknames or something in school or whatever. That I can recall anyway. Maybe I just got over it, I don't know. Okay, I gotta go faster so the bloopers don't have as much influence on my life. Like, I need to outrun these bloopers. Okay. That being said, oh. Okay. That is way easier than you're giving it credit for. Are we lure the bloopers this way? They never actually sink as low as you are, do they? Okay, okay. Now what? Hammer Bros. Okay, I can take that. I can handle that. We do a big jump now. No! That is devious. That is really... You kind of want to kill the Hammer Bro there, don't you? Okay. Don't have many shots left, but... Most of this level's actually pretty easy. I'm hoping that Hammer is like the last thing before the boss. This level's just really annoying because it, like on the first time you get there's like no way to know where you're actually supposed to go, and so you just kill a bunch of time. I don't go here. No, do I go here? No, I don't. I go here. Like, this part is, like, it's not that hard, but you can mess it up for sure. The bloopers, I think the bloopers are actually probably a lot easier than I am giving them credit for. The fish scare me still. Like, I feel like I could get hit by a fish. Well, I mean, what did I say? Okay. Someone had better clip that. The funny thing too is that I think that's the first time I got hit by one of those fish in this level. Okay, here we go. Here we go. How'd I go from like never getting hit by the fish to getting hit by the fish like twice in a row?